Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have this khaki and gold halo eye look with a really dramatic winged liner. I love how this look turned out. When I sat down to film, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just sort of went for it. So if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. To start, I'm just going to spritz my face with a bit of Max Fix Plus, and then I'm moisturising my face with a Bare Minerals moisturiser. Then I'm taking MAC's Paint Pot and Soft Ochre and buffing that all over my lid as I usually do. I'm then using my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade to fill in my brows. I'm making them quite dramatic for this look because I want them to be really bold and well filled in. I'm just taking some concealer then to really sharpen up my brows and make sure they're really well defined and just clean up any mistakes that I did make. Then as usual, I'm just setting the paint pot with a bit of translucent powder. First, I'm taking the shade Texture by MAC on a large fluffy brush, and I'm buffing that all over my lid and focusing it then into the crease. I'm taking the shade Taupe from Bobbi Brown on a MAC 222 brush and placing that directly in the crease with back and forward windscreen wiper motions. I'm just going then back in with a large fluffy brush just to make sure everything's blended all nicely together. I'm then taking the Stila Prime Pot and Caramel and I'm just popping that into the inner and outer corners of my eyes. And then on a domed, quite dense eyeshadow brush, I'm taking the shade Mildew from Urban Decay and I'm placing that onto the inner and outer corners of my eye. I'm then taking MAC's Fluid Line in the shade Brassy and I'm placing that right onto the centre of my eyelid. I'm then using my ring finger to pat on the shade Metallic from the Anastasia Beverly Hills World Traveller palette, and I'm just popping that right on top of where we put the brassy fluid line. I'm then spritzing my brush with a bit of Fix Plus and then going back in with the shade Mildew just to intensify. I'm then using the large fluffy brush just to make sure everything's nice and blended. Then I'm taking my usual Inglot gel liner in the shade 77 just to create the winged liner on my eye. I start by lining my eye and then bringing it out into a really sharp wing. the look today, I'm using MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm just using a small amount of that and rubbing it all over my face as I want to be super dewy. And then I'm using MAC Studio Sculpt Foundation in NC30. And I'm using the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face Brush to buff that all over my face. Next, I'm using the Maybelline Eye Erase Concealer, which I'm popping onto the back of my hand and then using a concealer brush to pop under my eyes. Before I buff the concealer in, I'm using the Chanel Universal Bronzer. I'm using this today as a cream contour, and I'm just buffing that into the contours of my face with a duo fibre brush. Once my cream contour's all buffed in, I'm then taking my usual brush from Crown Brush just to blend out the concealer under my eyes. To set my under eye concealer, I'm using my normal RCMA No Colour powder, and then just packing that under my eyes with a little puff. And then I'm using the same powder just to set the rest of my face with a large fluffy brush. For bronzer today, I'm using the Benefit Hoola, and I'm using that with my normal MAC brush. I'm buffing that into the contours of my cheeks and around my temple area. I'm then going back in with Taupe from Bobbi Brown and running that along my lower lash line just to give it a really smoky effect. And on a small pointed brush, I'm taking a black eyeshadow and just connecting my lower lash line to my winged liner just so everything looks all joined together. And then on a pencil brush, I'm taking the Mildew shade from Urban Decay again, and I'm placing it sort of on the outer corner of my lower lash line and the inner corner of my lower lash line. And then finally I'm taking the shade Metallic again and placing that in the centre of my lower lash line. Next, I just like to buff away any of the powder that's left on my face under my eyes. And then for highlight today, I'm using my normal Laura Geller Gilded Honey, and I'm placing that under my brow bone, into my tear duct, and down the bridge of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. For blusher today, I'm using the Urban Decay Flushed Palette in Stripped, and I'm just using the blusher onto the apples of my cheek. And I'm then going back in with my Gilded Honey just to highlight my cheekbones and above my brows. And again, I'm just setting my brows in place then with a bit of clear eyebrow gel from MAC. This will just hold the hairs in place throughout the day. And I'm using my usual mascara, the Max Factor False Lash Effect Mascara. I'm going in with a good coating of this to make sure my lashes are super black and super thick. For lip liner today, I'm using Rimmel's Spice Liner, and I'm just going all around the line of my lip before then filling the whole lip area in. For lashes today, I'm using the Red Cherry in number 43. I've just trimmed them to fit my eye, and I'm sticking them on with a bit of Duo Lash Glue. For lipstick today, I'm using the NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Ruffle Trim. And then to finish off the look, I'm just popping a little bit more mascara all over the false lashes. And so that's the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed this look I created today. It's something a little bit more dramatic, and which is nice for a night out. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!